Hello, this is the 8th video of Hydra coding challenge, and this time I want to try something different. I've done a lot with this Recode project, so today I want to look at this artist, Josef Albers, from, let's check the Wikipedia, born in 1888, and oh, why is it in German? I don't speak German, but, well, not so much, but somehow. Okay, here it is, and he's known for the squares and very like geometric shapes, and also his book is quite famous in design. And I remember I was introduced to this when Professor Kubota in Japan, he was giving a lecture at Processing Community Day in 2019, I think, the first one in Japan, in Tokyo, and he was attempting to create sketches, P5JS sketches, to recreate Josef Albers' works in his book. Oh yes, in this interaction of color. And they look, some look really simple, some are quite complicated, but let's see. I changed to English. And if you look for images from Josef Albers, you can see a lot of shapes and colors. That's a really important part of his work. And I'd like to first try something with colors like this one. So I will put this in here and open Hydra. And is this too easy or not? I don't know. Let's see, because this can be, so I'm thinking about at least two ways of creating this, and one is more like, how to say, straightforward way, and I think I will start with this, and the second one is a little bit tricky one. That could be interesting to explore different ways to do it. So the first one is to create it like how we would do it in processing. And in processing, or P5JS, you would have use rect function with some kind of fill color, and you can either, this is not so many shapes, so you can manually draw them, or you can use for loop. And in Hydra, you can't really use for loop. I mean, there are some tricks, but normally you wouldn't. So I will just list several, well, not rect, in Hydra it's shape. And let's see if we can create something like that. So, of course, shape 4 is rectangle. And okay, let's just start with the color. And maybe, yeah, let's just try to make the one that's red here, like this. So that's the second one inside the green background. And the green background would be solid. Oh, no, of course, green, so it's 010, a bit darker. I don't know how to make a nice dark green. Like this, or maybe a little bit bluish. Not sure. Could be. It's actually difficult to create nice color. Close enough? I don't know. Let's see, this is okay. And you probably know, or if you don't know, this is a new thing, that if you use layer, unfortunately, shape has black background, black solid background, there's no alpha in it, and you have to be a little bit creative about how to layer them, which okay, so actually there are a few ways to do it. I think straightforward way is to use, instead of shape, I do solid here. And of course, this will paint the whole canvas, so I would do mask with the shape. That's one way of solving this. And another way, which I like to use because I think it's a bit shorter, is to use this function called R. It's actually, so it's the same result, or you can use G, B. It doesn't matter which one you use. I just use R because red comes first. And why this works is that our function basically takes the red channel of what's coming before and replace G, B, and A, which is alpha, with the R value. So the black part becomes completely transparent and white part becomes opaque. And after that, I add this color function. Maybe it's more like 0.1, I don't know. Could be. And I think I will change the aspect ratio at the end. Like this. So as you can see, I should make the red square a little bit bigger. The default value is 0.3, so I would make 0.8. It's okay, I think. And in the original painting, you probably noticed that they're shifted a little bit downward. So it's not like completely going into the center, but it's like shifted. But I would just keep it like this for now and just change them. So we have still orange one and yellow one. And they would probably gradually getting smaller, and change the color so that orangish, and the last one is yellowish. Okay, not bad. Probably this is a bit too bright. I don't know. Something like this. And then, of course, you can do color picking. I'm not against it, but it's just wanted to try if I can use my eyes to get the colors. And one important thing is like this edge. I always prefer to keep this 0 to make a sharp edge. But it depends on what you want to do. It can be better with different slight blurriness that can be interesting in some cases, but this time I want to keep it sharp edged. And this is almost there. I think one last thing is to scroll this down a bit. Uh-oh. That's a weird wrapping thing happening. So I would just mask the whole thing with shape to keep it like in the frame. Not to be bothered by this. But that was a very interesting artifact, indeed. And obviously this is a different, wrong direction. Something like this. I don't know, let's see what happens if I gradually shift them. Not bad, maybe slightly more. Yeah, it could be a little bit more. Is it too much? No, I think it can go a little bit more. Yeah, I think Are they actually square or not? I'm not 100% sure. But let's say this is okay. Something in between. Okay, I think it's better. So this is good. I mean, why do I even do a coding challenge for this, right? It's 10 minutes. I mean, okay, so I think I will just make this as a part 1. And in part 2, I'll start with this sketch, trying to make the same thing, but in the next one, I'll use different kind of trick, or different kind of technique to make shapes, but not layering rectangles, which I hope it works. Let's see how it goes. So thank you for watching, and I really appreciate your likes, subscription, and please, if you make something, please write in the chat, link to this Hydra sketch, or actually you can't really link URLs in YouTube, maybe. Then in that case, you can just write to me or post something. Like, you can just copy and paste the code if it's not too long, I think. And also, if you have any suggestions, what you want to see in the next videos, please write to me in the chat or in the comment, or to my email address. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.